don't think you wanna get rich. You don't really want it. Now you don't want that late night gas with no break, like crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they upset. That Lambo in your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that. Off that. Wasn't really forced to shop at Ross like that. Don't know how it feel to can't afford like that. Off deck. Right back, had to get it out the mud. We took. Now they tell me do it for the love. Gotta do it just because. Got this ballin' in my blood. Think I came this far to shoot dubs. I don't think you trying to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it. I don't think you want. Now you ain't got what it takes to do it like me. Get your head up in the game or you can sightsee. Waiting for a handout, this ain't that right league. Spend so much time out here ballin', it's my wifey. These are what I live, I breathe, I sleep, my dreams are lavish. Went from check to check to check the balance. I press, I bet you flop, you all theatric. I'm mostly savage, gambling, take advantage. I'm here to ball while you call off work. When that top jump back, what I call off vert. Before I hit my context, check my call off first. See if I can make a play to get it all off merge. Woo! Let an animal loose. My separation off finesse, I'm just preparing to shoot. Or I can put you on some skates, breaking ankles and news, saying this is what they pay me to do. I don't think you trying to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it. I don't think you want. Get rich. I don't think you want. Get rich.
Con el mundo, infierno con el
Broadcasting from Atlanta as the Hawks. Take the hardwood here at the Phillips Arena. Well, it was the Chicago Bulls in their last game, a loss to the Celtics. And in Chicago to start out. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So the Bulls 5 right now. Iguodala out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Bledsoe. Then there's Towns. And it's Hood in the shooting guard position. Now here's Williams. Pass to George. Picked by Horford. And George, here we go.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
There's a good screen. The offensive rebound. And a wide open look for Iguodala. Hits the front of the rim and out. Here's the Hawks with the ball.
And Andre Iguodala, guys, one of the most unselfish players in the league. I mean, that unselfishness for me, too, is what was put to a test last season as the former All-Star was asked by his coach, Steve Kerr, to come off the bench for the Warriors. And you know what? He did it without complaint, putting the team first.
On defense, the Bulls. Bradley, no one around him. No good on the triple. Chicago has gone 0-2 from deep here. Bledsoe passes to Hood. Towns dishes to Hood. 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. And Gibson kicks to Bledsoe. Pass to Towns. Goes back up. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play. Last year, Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin. You saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
Williams kicks to George. Stolen by Bledsoe. Iguodala dishes to Bledsoe. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And that one's good.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
Williams attacking. Feeds it to Horford. 4 on the clock. Williams passes to Arthur. Releases. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Chicago leading.
Maybe I'm open.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in.
We got him.
Hood kicks to Gibson. Bledsoe outside. He dishes it to Hood. 5 to shoot.
Come around.
Towns wide open. He gets hauled in by Paul George.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the buck, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket, too.
To the left wing. Hood dishes to Bledsoe. He feeds it to Hood. Williams with the steal. George with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. And George, here we go. Misses the layup.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Iguodala, the pass to Gibson. Towns with it. Arthur's there. And the dunk by Towns.
Let's call him a speed merchant. I mean, he was a blur going in for that throwdown.
And guys, as many rookies do, Rodney Hood hit some major bumps in the road last season. I mean, he came in with the reputation of having an NBA-ready jumper. Yet only hit 41% of his shots. He had that foot injury that kept him out for a string of games. However, it really all came together for him in April, the last month of the season.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Horford. Terrence Jones comes in for Jarrell Arthur. Caspi, he's checked in for George. And Brooks subbed in for Williams. Chicago also making some changes. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Iguodala. And Roten subbed in for Hood.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And he gets it to go.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Reverse. It's deflected. Bledsoe against Brooks. Bledsoe left side. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 4. Bradley kicks to Jones. And he drops him the layup off the glass. Jones has got his first points of the game.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Out to the wing. Bullock dishes to Bledsoe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From past the arc. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Atlanta making a switch here. Moutier is checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Biyombo is checked in for Towns. Jerebko comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Eric Bledsoe.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
Here's Jerebko. Fade away. And Jones pulls it down.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Speed for 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Some changes for Chicago. Williams comes in for Reggie Bullock. And Sergei Karasov subbed in for Rose. The Bulls leading by 6. Beverly the pass to Williams. This is to Karasov. A 3-pointer off the mark for Atlanta. They've gone 4 times shoot the ball here in the first quarter. Outside Jones. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. That free throw, no good. Chicago making a switch here. And he sinks the second. So it's Chicago now, leading by 5. Here's Beverly. There's the feed to Jerebko. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Bulls. They lead by 8. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bulls.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for them early on.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Arthur out there with Horford. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Moutier. And it's Williams at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Now the dish to Hood. 6 to shoot. And the wing jumper offline.
And Al Horford is just a winner, guys. I mean, when 2 NCAA titles at his time playing for Florida. His teammates call him the Godfather because of how calm and quiet he is in terms of his leadership and the mentoring he provides. It's been the same here in the NBA.
Out to the right wing. Here's Hood. Second shot. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Emmanuel Mudiay picks one up. And that Florida team with Horford, Noah, and Corey Brewer, such a tight-knit group. All those guys still competing and defending at a very high level now in the NBA.
Each of those guys very team first in their books. That's what they're about, winning. And because they've experienced championship winning, they stay locked into that task.
Williams kicks to Horford. And Gibson sends it back. And George, here we go. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Hood. Back to Bledsoe. It's stolen by Arthur. Here's Bradley. It's deflected. Now Bledsoe. 8 points for him. And Gibson kicks to Towns. No good. Good work defensively by Horford.
Tough knee on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Looking at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks, it was a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. And it's George missing.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions.
And again, Chicago, no good.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
And the dunk by Towns.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Bledsoe with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Hood. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. And it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Here's George. The feed to Arthur. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
So for the Bulls, Williams is checked in for Towns. And Roten subbed in for Hood. And there's the pass to Roten. Williams up on top. 6 on the shot clock. Roten dishes to Williams. Bledsoe for 3. Kept alive. Here's Gibson. Uses both hands to slam it down.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, GA, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
Atlanta calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you've got to be hydrated.
And Tony Roten gets the whistle there. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And the Hawks making a change here. Jones is checked in. Oh, Quinn can't hit.
Well, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
No good. The Hawks trail by 7. Bradley passes for Quinn. On the wing, Jones. Defended by Kufis. Puts up the baby hook. Rebound by the Bulls. It was pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved coach of the year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you could put in there. But what he's done, taking the Hawks to the top of the East, you saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years, has a wonderful team game. And, you know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio. But he is really after redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
The drive by Brooks. Here's O'Quinn. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. 1:37 left to play here in the second quarter. Oh, no good. The Hawks trailed by 9. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Chicago with the ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Bullock. Second chance effort. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Here's O'Quinn. No good off the pin.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
And Gibson wide open. He shoots. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Gibson with the steal. And here we go. Iguodala kicks to Bullock. Outside Gibson. Passes it to Iguodala. This one for 3. No good. Bradley. The shot misses. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Check out the game for Eric Bledsoe. He's got 8 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender, because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
Hey, get on Williams!
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Bledsoe really making a difference here.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And, guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
Tipping off the second half. Here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. We've got Patrick Beverly. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Yarebko. Then there's Reggie Bullock. And it's Roten in the 2 spot. Horford sets a screen for Williams. It's George on the wing. He's covered by Roten. And stolen by Biyombo. That's good from Roten on the assist by Jerebko. Roten's got his first points of the game. On the wing, George. Covered by Biyombo. Arthur dishes to Horford. Got it from 16 feet. Horford's got his first 2 points of the night.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Beverly wide open. And his team, as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
Nice shot by Arthur. Here's Roten. Kicks it to Biyombo. Baseline try. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Atlanta calls timeout.
You know, it hasn't always been the case in the NBA, but Miami is at a great spot right now. Every team can compete for a title or end up last in their conference, it seems. It's something the NBA wanted and ultimately now has achieved.
Moutier is checked in for Avery Bradley. Chicago also making some changes. Towns is checked in for Reggie Bullock. Hood comes in for Roten. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now Bledsoe after the missed three from Darren Williams. Here's Towns. Shot no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. And speaking of NBA parity, it's impossible to go from last to first in a single year, but it can happen in a 3-year span.
And that's all you really want from a fan's perspective. To illustrate the parity, all 4 teams in the conference finals from last year were different from the year before.
Williams is checked in for Chicago. Korosov comes in for Jerebko. Picked by Williams. 6 to shoot. And here's George for 3. The Hawks again can't hit.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
Pass to Bledsoe. Feeds it to Towns. Shoots. No good off the bat. To the rim.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Pass to Williams. To the paint. Tipped away. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Towns. And rattles out the dunk. No, the layup might have been a better shot today. In the corner, George with it. That's the 3 fly. And he gets it to go. George has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Hawks. Hood, the pass to Williams. Bledsoe outside. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And 11 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Bledsoe comes over to help. George. Can't get the putback. Bledsoe outside. Fires from deep. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Atlanta calls timeout.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Brooks is checked in for the Hawks. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Bulls. Iguodala comes in for Karazov. And George kicks to Brooks. Back to George. Takes a three. And that one's good. George has got 9 points here in the second half.
The success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
Here's Hood. And the wide-open shot from Bledsoe. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
They set the pick. Horford dishes to George. Brooks kicks to Arthur. Pulls up. High post. And again, it's Atlanta.
Okay, that's more like it. A nice job here in the second. I mean, their field goal percentage is way up compared to what they did in the first half, where they shot a very low percentage. It actually was just above 30%.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 17. The bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And the thing about Eric Bledsoe, he's an absolutely terrific athlete. Insane athletic ability and speed with the ball, especially Greg in the open court. Remarkable.
Yeah, I mean, when he gets a full head of steam, look out. He goes beast mode, if you will, and on the basketball floor. He really, truly is like a running back in the open field.
And it's Bradley off the drive. Here's O'Quinn. And he uses the glass on the way.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
Here's Hood. Launches it. Rebound by Caspi.
Talking about Bledsoe, one area where he has to improve his turnovers. You average over 3.5 turnovers a game. You can't be a championship point guard if you're not squeezing the arm.
The shot's good from O'Quinn.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Towns. Hits the jumper. The third quarter comes to a close. It's Chicago. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. The Bulls leading by 8. You've got Bradley. Caspi is out there with Jones. Then there's Darren Williams. And it's O'Quinn at the 5. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Williams again. Bledsoe. To the paint. Here's O'Quinn. Can't get it to fall.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Gibson setting the pick for Bledsoe. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound, Atlanta. O'Quinn's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Jones kicks to Bradley. They set the screen. Gibson with the steal. Dishes it to Bledsoe. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. Gibson passes to Bledsoe. Shot clock at 6. And Darren Williams pulls it down.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Work its weight in goal.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Bradley dishes to O'Quinn. Jones, no one around him. Cans it from downtown. Jones has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Hawks. The feet doing it out. Here's Hood, guarded by Bradley. And Gibson kicks to Towns. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Bulls lead by 9.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Is Williams. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. For Darren Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Al Horford, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Arthur comes in for Jones. And it's George in for Casper. And Bledsoe, here we go.
And guys, for Darren Williams last season, all those injuries really affected his shooting. 39% from the field last year, the 2nd lowest mark of his career. And he just couldn't create space to elevate, to get the clean looks he had grown accustomed to.
The shot by George, wide open. Off target with his 3. There's the dish to Hood. He kicks it to Towns. Bledsoe against Williams. The Bulls need to get a shot off. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Williams gets the bucket.
And, you know, talking about Darren Williams, last year wasn't all bad. I mean, nearly 7 assists a game, 3.5 rebounds, a steal. Not the stocking stuffer he used to be, but he still battled and still contributed.
Towns, no luck. The Hawks trail by 8. Bradley kicks to Arthur. Williams again. Bledsoe. Williams attacking. Gibson against Horford. Over Gibson. It's a big high bounce and goes in.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Bledsoe. Here's the pick. Gibson the screen. Here's Hood. Off target from three-point range. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. The pass to George. And Chicago called for a foul. Moutier is checked in for Williams. And the Bulls making a change also. Your rep coach checked in for Taj Gibson. Here's George. Horford the pass to George. Iguodala with the steal. Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Bradley. And Bledsoe, here we go. Atlanta with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly, they can afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have a ring.
Yeah, speaking from experience, we already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Here's Bledsoe. Out to the right wing. Here's Towns. And he gets it to go.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. And here's George for three. And he gets it to go.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Chicago calls timeout. They're ahead by 5. 1:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now, here's Moutier. Like it's 6. Horford has a wide open look. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. Iguodala's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bledsoe outside. He dishes it to Hood. Here's Towns. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. That one on Horford. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
And, guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending attacking. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Now, here's Bledsoe. He's covered closely. And it's sent back by Horford.
Not sure there's anything they can do to salvage this one.
Not anymore. I mean, any chance they had, got away from them, slipped right out of their hand.
And you talk about getting back into the game, folks. 3 is better than 2.
Always simple math. That's that UNLV education coming to play. He knows all about that as well. Most of his points have been three-point shots.
Come on now. We got calculus at our school.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident that he'll be able to go up and knock those down.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
I think he's just trying to send his team a message, not willing to give up on this game just yet. Just trying to instill that fight in this group.
Yeah, hey, I'm all for giving messages and teaching lessons, but...
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, I'm always saying if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
I almost said that, huh? Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And here's George for 3. And so it's Chicago winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
It really was. And, Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that about wraps it up for Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.